Anger is a powerful emotion that can ignite passion and drive action. It is an intense feeling that can surge like wildfire, demanding our immediate attention and urging us to react, often impulsively. This raw, primal force can serve as a source of strength or lead to destruction, depending on how we choose to channel it. Anger surges within us, demanding our attention and urging us to react. Like relentless waves crashing against the rocks, anger can be a powerful force of nature, unyielding and persistent. It can motivate us to take action, stand up for ourselves and others, and fight against perceived injustices. However, if left unchecked, anger can erode our sense of peace and well-being. Much like the continuous battering of the sea gradually wears down even the strongest cliffs. Confucius, the esteemed philosopher, profoundly stated, "When anger rises, think of the consequences." This timeless advice serves as a powerful reminder that, although anger is a natural part of our human experience, how we express it matters greatly. Embracing Confucius's wisdom encourages us to take a moment to pause and reflect on our actions, to weigh the potential outcomes, and to choose a response that fosters harmony instead of conflict. By doing so, we can cultivate deeper understanding and a more peaceful world. His words serve as a timeless reminder that while anger is a natural human experience, its expression requires careful consideration. In moments of anger, taking a step back to breathe and reflect can make all the difference. It allows us to regain control over our emotions and respond in a constructive rather than destructive way. Meditation, mindfulness, and time in nature can all be powerful tools in helping us manage our anger and find inner peace. Anger, much like fire, has the potential for both creation and destruction. A controlled bonfire can offer warmth and light, just as anger can be directed towards fostering positive change and personal growth. However, if anger is left to flare unchecked, it can turn into a destructive force, consuming everything in its path and leaving a trail of devastation behind. Anger can serve as a powerful catalyst for positive change, motivating us to confront injustice and advocate for what is right. When directed constructively, it can inspire action, encouraging us to support those who cannot stand up for themselves and work towards a better world. Anger can drive social movements, fuel acts of kindness, and motivate us to make a meaningful difference in our communities. When left unchecked, anger can quickly escalate, damaging everything in its path and leaving a trail of regret and broken relationships. Uncontrolled anger often leads to impulsive actions and hurtful words that we may later wish we hadn't said. It can harm our relationships, impact our careers, and negatively affect our mental and emotional well-being. The consequences of unchecked anger can be as devastating as a wildfire, resulting in lost opportunities and fractured connections. Learning to manage anger is essential for our own well-being and the well-being of those around us. It is a skill that requires practice and patience, but the rewards are immense. By learning to control our anger, we can improve our relationships, reduce stress, and enhance our overall quality of life. Techniques such as yoga, meditation, and deep breathing can help us stay calm and centered, even in the face of provocation. It is a journey of self-discovery, requiring us to delve into the depths of our emotions and understand the triggers that ignite our anger. This journey involves exploring our past experiences, our beliefs, and our values to uncover the root causes of our anger. It requires us to be honest with ourselves and to take responsibility for our actions. By understanding what triggers our anger, we can develop strategies to manage it more effectively and to respond in ways that are aligned with our true selves. By embracing Confucius's wisdom, we can begin to harness the power of anger, transforming it from a destructive force into a catalyst for growth and positive change. Just as a forest can regenerate after a fire, we too can heal and grow stronger from our experiences with anger. By learning to manage our anger, we can turn it into a source of motivation and inspiration, driving us to achieve our goals and positively impact the world around us. This journey is worth undertaking because it is through the challenges of our emotions that we develop resilience, wisdom, and compassion. By confronting our anger directly and learning to manage it, we can become stronger, wiser, and more empathetic individuals. Although this journey is not easy, it is one of the most rewarding paths we can take. It leads to a deeper understanding of ourselves and enhances our ability to connect with others, ultimately enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. Anger has a way of hijacking our minds, clouding our judgment, and distorting our perceptions. It creeps in like an uninvited guest, taking over our thoughts and emotions, leaving us feeling out of control and overwhelmed. This powerful emotion can transform even the calmest individuals into someone they barely recognize. When anger takes hold, rational thought recedes, replaced by a surge of emotions that can make it difficult to think clearly. Our minds become a battleground of conflicting feelings, where reason and logic are often the first casualties. The intensity of anger can be so overwhelming that it feels like a storm raging inside us, making it nearly impossible to see things as they truly are. Our minds become consumed by the object of our anger, making it challenging to see the bigger picture. We fixate on the source of our frustration, allowing it to dominate our thoughts and actions. This tunnel vision can lead us to overlook important details and miss out on alternative perspectives that could help us navigate the situation more effectively. Like a thick fog descending upon a landscape, anger obscures our ability to see situations objectively. It shrouds our vision, making it difficult to discern the true nature of our circumstances. This emotional fog can lead us to make hasty decisions based on incomplete or distorted information, further complicating the situation and potentially causing more harm than good. We may make impulsive decisions, say things we later regret, or act in ways that are out of alignment with our values. These actions, driven by the heat of the moment, can have lasting repercussions on our relationships and our own sense of self-worth. The words we speak in anger can wound deeply, leaving scars that take a long time to heal. The consequences of our actions while angry can have long-lasting impacts on our relationships, our careers, and our sense of self. Anger can drive a wedge between us and those we care about, creating rifts that are difficult to mend. It can also affect our professional lives, leading to conflicts with colleagues or decisions that undermine our career goals. Moreover, the guilt and regret that often follow angry outbursts can erode our self-esteem and leave us questioning our own character. It is in these moments of intense emotion that we must remember the importance of pausing before reacting. Taking a moment to breathe and collect our thoughts can make all the difference. This pause allows us to step back from the immediate emotional response and consider the situation more rationally. It gives us the opportunity to choose our actions deliberately rather than being driven by the raw intensity of our anger. Taking a step back from the situation, even if it's just for a few deep breaths, can create the space we need to regain our composure and allow our rational minds to re-engage. This simple act of mindfulness can help us to see the situation more clearly and respond in a way that is aligned with our values and long-term goals. It can prevent us from saying or doing things that we might later regret. By recognizing the impact of anger on our thinking, we can begin to develop strategies for managing this powerful emotion and making choices that are aligned with our values and long-term goals. This might involve techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or journaling to process our emotions and gain clarity. Over time, we can learn to navigate our anger more effectively, transforming it from a destructive force into an opportunity for growth and self-awareness. Anger's impact extends far beyond the individual experiencing it. Like ripples spreading outward from a stone dropped in a pond, the consequences of our anger can reach those around us, creating a chain reaction that can be difficult to contain. Harsh words spoken in anger can leave lasting wounds on the hearts of loved ones. Impulsive actions can damage relationships, erode trust, and create a toxic environment. When anger spills over into our interactions with others, it has the potential to create conflict, escalate tensions, and perpetuate cycles of negativity. Recognizing the interconnectedness of our emotions and actions is essential for fostering healthy relationships and creating a more compassionate world. When we consider the impact our anger may have on others, we are more likely to choose our words and actions with care. By taking responsibility for the energy we bring into our interactions, we can create a more positive and harmonious environment for ourselves and those around us. In the heat of the moment, when anger threatens to consume us, it can be challenging to remember the importance of pausing before reacting. Our emotions can feel overwhelming, like a storm brewing inside us, making it difficult to think clearly. We might feel a surge of adrenaline, our heart pounding in our chest and our thoughts racing. In these moments, it's easy to get swept away by the intensity of our feelings. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of intense emotion that taking a step back is most crucial. By stepping back, we give ourselves a chance to gain perspective, to see the bigger picture. It's like climbing to the top of a hill and looking down at the landscape below. Suddenly everything becomes clearer. We can see the situation from a different angle, and this new perspective can help us respond more thoughtfully. A moment of pause, however brief, can make all the difference. It's a small but powerful act of self-care. When we pause, we give ourselves a moment to breathe, to collect our thoughts, and to calm our racing hearts. This brief respite can help us regain our balance and approach the situation with a clearer mind. When we feel anger rising within us, our bodies go into fight or flight mode. This is a natural response, a survival mechanism that has been hardwired into us over millennia. Our ancestors relied on this response to protect themselves from immediate threats. But in modern times, this response can be triggered by situations that are not life-threatening, such as a disagreement with a colleague or a frustrating traffic jam. Our heart rate increases, our breathing becomes shallow, and our muscles tense in preparation for action. These physical changes are designed to help us react quickly, but they can also cloud our judgment. When we're in this heightened state, it's easy to say or do things that we might later regret. Our ability to think rationally is compromised, and we may act on impulse rather than reason. This physiological response is designed to protect us from danger, but it can also lead to impulsive reactions that we later regret. By recognizing this response and choosing to pause, we can interrupt the cycle. We can take a moment to breathe deeply, to relax our muscles, and to calm our minds. This simple act can help us regain control and respond in a more measured way. By consciously choosing to pause, we interrupt this automatic response, creating space for our prefrontal cortex, the part of our brain responsible for rational thought and decision-making, to come back online. This part of our brain helps us weigh the consequences of our actions, consider different options, and make more thoughtful decisions. When we pause, we give ourselves the opportunity to engage this part of our brain and respond more wisely. This pause allows us to access our wisdom, our values, and our compassion, enabling us to respond to the situation in a more skillful and constructive way. It's a moment to reconnect with our true selves, to remember what is most important to us, and to act in alignment with our values. By taking this pause, we can transform a potentially negative situation into an opportunity for growth and understanding. The next time you feel anger rising within you, remember the power of the pause. It's a simple but profound tool that can help you navigate difficult emotions and respond more effectively. Whether it's taking a few deep breaths, stepping away from the situation, or simply counting to 10, find what works for you and make it a habit. Take a few deep breaths, step away from the situation if possible, and give yourself the gift of time to regain your composure. In doing so, you'll find that you're better able to handle whatever comes your way with grace and wisdom. Remember, a moment of pause is not a sign of weakness, but a powerful act of self-care and strength. Thank you for watching our video. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel.